Nation Media Assassination, episode 841.
This is No Agenda.
Confused about whose lives actually matter. And broadcasting live from the capital of the Drone Star State here in FEMA Region 6, Austin, Tejas. In the morning, everybody. I'm Adam Curry.
And from Northern Silicon Valley, where I'm looking over the award we just won. I'm John C. Dvorak.
It's Greg Watt and Rosedale in the morning. Does it have pointy edges?
I don't know. It's a big glass.
Oh, I have one of those awards too. A bottle for
Yes, yeah, so the bottle variety is made of plastic.
Yes.
There's a big giant island of these plastic bottles supposedly out in the middle of the Pacific.
Yeah, we talked about that.
It's bogus. It's bull crap.
Probably both. So things always seem to happen on show days. Right
Yes,
after we're done with the show.
All hell breaks loose.
If you want to be safe, just stay out of hot tubs, small aircraft, and pretty much just stay in bed when you do shows.
Well, there's a bunch of things that took place.
Yeah, hold on, I forgot my note. Big list of notes.
Guess it's listed. I was doing that when you told me to hold on. But I can say a few things. When I'm elected, I will make sure that everyone has a carrot that they can chop and boil. That'll be about all
Hey,
today.
anything happen while I was gone?
Yeah. Shootings.
I'm sorry about that. Yes. Where do you want to start?
Well, we could start with Obama triggering some of it.
No, I think we could because
I think Obama needs to just chill.
I would very much like to go back first. The timeline of what's happened in the past week, and certainly what happened in Dallas. A lot of troubling things about what happened in Dallas. More so than usual.
I agree with that, and we'll go over those. I have a few things.
Can we just
get a lot of clips from Dallas, but I do have a lot of questions to ask.
So I'd like to go back first to Louisiana and Minneapolis.
Okay, and by the way, I want to mention that in January, we more or less predicted that because of the 6-week cycle being in abeyance, that there would be these staggered events and there would be in a series. As we got out of Obama's last term in office, so he could try to get at least some anti-gun legislation through.
It has a name, actually. A little different. Summer of Chaos is the project name.
Okay, go ahead.
We need to go back first to the two incidents that apparently led up to this, even though if you have, as we say, a shooting that was meticulously planned in advance, it seems a very short timeline to turn this around.
Very short.
It's a very short timeline. Okay. We'll start off. So we've only seen videos. Very, very dangerous for the truth, I guess, if that makes a difference to anybody. When television is broadcasting, user-generated content. Remember that's what we used to call it, John? What is it called now? It used to be user-generated content. Now it's Facebook Live. Very quickly, that becomes the true story. So if we look at start. So we have the guy who's tackled outside of the convenience store where he apparently is selling CDs. Right?
Which he's been doing for years, apparently.
Yeah.
Also, apparently.
Yes.
Or so we are told.
Now, what we saw...
I believe that this guy was doing that exactly.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm just looking at it from the police perspective for a moment. And there's now more than the video that the mainstream broadcast a couple of minutes ago. But they were called in on a guy brandishing a weapon charge. What you didn't see in the first video is they tased him. He would not go down. He would not stay down. And then, of course, we actually can't see what's going on. We hear a gun, and then the guy gets shot down. All I'm saying is when we look at this rap sheet, aggravated battery, second-degree battery, simple battery, public intimidation, carnal knowledge of a juvenile, was a sex offender, domestic violence, burglary of inhabited dwelling place, received stolen rings, burglary of inhabited dwelling place, domestic abuse or battery, resisting an officer, drug possession, illegal carrying a weapon, marijuana possession, failure to register as a sex offender. I mean, you can keep on going. That bad things happen. But it wasn't like this was some innocent guy just selling CDs. I think we could at least agree on that. And until we have any other information, if there's any other, information from police cameras, etc., it's just speculation. But it really was taken to an extreme. And the same goes for the guy in Louisiana. Sorry?
I'm sorry, you were the guy.
The guy in Louisiana. He was not pulled over for a broken tail light. We have audio of radio where they were saying, okay, there was just a robbery at a convenience store. They stole cash and boxes of Newports, and there's closed circuit TV video, and the description fits the guy in the car. Dreadlocks, facial hair, and a very broad nose, which of course immediately would sound like racist, but hey, cops are trying to find somebody. They pull him over, and all we hear is just a broken taillight and he shot him. If you look at the video, zoomed in enhanced, CSI style, you can see his pistol, the same pistol in the robbery video, is resting on his thigh underneath his shirt. So, again, we don't know exactly, but I'll tell you one thing. I was pulled over in 1987 by the cops in New Jersey. I was driving, Patricia we brought a Porsche 911 from Holland, and it was very hard to get this thing legal because it had that like air conditioning ducts done differently, so it was kind of gray import. And I had a temporary license to get pulled over, and it's just about dusk, it's still light enough. And the cop comes up to my window and says, okay, and, what's going on with this? What's up with the tin plate? And I said, oh, let me just show you. I reached behind, with my right hand, I reached behind my chair to get my briefcase. I got a gun in my face. Just slow down, slow down, slow down. And I get it. And this was 87. And I'm a white guy. I just know that. Although the jury's out. So, a little...
Jury's not out.
a little bit of caution, I think, is warranted. When it comes to what we had the president, we had even the mayor of Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton right after the shooting.
Terrible tragedy is befalling the people of Minnesota, especially the family and friends of Governor Castillo, and I express on behalf of all decent-minded Minnesotans, which is just about everyone. Our deepest condolences, our shock and our horror at what transpired last night. All the facts aren't known, but from the evidence that's been presented, the video that was taken, nobody's going to be shot through Minnesota with the traffic tail being out of function. Nobody should be trying to kill on the sitting in a car as a very, very different kind of response. So I'm much more confirmation because I've heard in the last few hours from very distinguished African American men and women who come to me how they've been pulled over, singled out, and treated very differently because of their race, thrown out away from their service. Does it happen that those who have to do with the driver has to warn out of the border?
I find this very, very precarious what the mayor is doing. He even says, I don't have all the information, but if the people were white, it wouldn't have happened. He doesn't have that information. Here's the police scanner audio.
When I stop a car, they need every uniform over. The two occupants look like whatever called the driver looks more like one of our suspects because of the white set all over.
A minute and a half later.
Shots fired. Blood side.
You just heard it? You just heard the shots fired?
There's all three.
Shots fired. Copy, shots fired, lurker inside. You need medics?
All three.
Copy, medics, code 3 to lurker inside.
One of those hands.
So there you go. It was not for a broken tail, and they identified the license plate correctly. So possibly all kinds of stuff could be possible. But I believe what's really dangerous is how these videos are being taken for absolute fact. And we just, I mean, how many times do we have to look at FaceTag and Twitter and illusion of like what color is the dress? There's a lot of shit you can't see in a video, particularly almost every video. Oh, they're shooting, it goes to the ground black, you don't see it. Your brain starts filling in these details. So we just have to be very, very careful and immediately saying cops are racist. You have to be careful. There's something else going on, I can tell you that, and we'll get to the conclusions later.
Well, let's play a clip. I got my Minnesota shooting streaming video clip.
And the officer just shot him in his arm.
The police officer pointing his gun into the car, Reynolds calm and clear, her young daughter in the backseat.
Waiting for that. I will, sir. No worries. I will.
Also, her daughter was not in the backseat at the time of the video. There's no evidence of that. The cops had already taken the kid out of the car. So maybe, well, the guy was shot, but at that point, no.
Just shot his arm off. We got pulled over on Larpener.
Told not to reach for it. I told to get his head out.
You told him to get his ID, sir, his driver's license. Oh my God, please don't tell me he's dead.
Okay, a couple of things I noticed. One is the cop sounds exactly like Chris Farley, which takes a lot away from the whole thing.
Oh, man, he does. Thanks for lighting the mood. Yeah.
The woman is obviously auditioning for something. She did break up later. I think it was sincere. But she was like so cool and collected while she's making this video. She thought she was a TV personality.
And she's already, there are now 3 GoFundMes that she started. 3 different ones. About $500,000 now collected. She's posting odd things on her social media accounts. She didn't really care about me.